Implementing new technology is a big decision for every organization. So today I want to talk about 3 actions that will help you make your IT implementations a little smoother and get a greater return on your investment. And just a hint, we're not going to talk about technology. Hello, I'm Dr. Dawn Marie Turner, founder of the Readiness Mindset and president of Turner Change Management. I've been working for over 20 years to help leaders discover practical, science-based ways to make their organization healthier and stronger and excited about change. I remember a time when I only received 2 emails a day. It's true. That's because I only knew 2 other people who had email, and only a handful of people had computers. Today, it's hard to imagine running any organization, any business, without technology. Our reliance on information and other forms of technology is increasing. And the complexity of this technology is also increasing. These days, knowing what you can do to increase the success of your IT implementations and achieve your intended value is a business imperative. That's what we'll talk about today. 3 actions that are going to help you improve your IT implementations and allow you to get a greater return on your investment. Action number 1, you need to make time to understand your employees' attitudes, beliefs, and perception about the new technology you want to introduce. The beliefs that they hold about that new technology will directly influence their acceptance of it. For you, the new technology may mean new opportunities, less money or time spent on a task, or any number of other benefits. But to them, it may mean increased risk, increased work, especially during those early phases when they are learning. Or they may fear it will replace them, or that they won't be able to learn it and it will affect their job. That's why you need, before you start talking about training and implementation, to make time and allow for the conversations to understand their beliefs, their perception of what that technology means for them and the organization. You also need to share your beliefs realistically about what that technology can do. Talk about why it's needed, why you made that decision, the difference it's going to make in the organization and for them, and the expectations about what will come with the introduction of that new technology. It's also helpful to explore what's not changing as a result of the technology, what they can view as stable as they move to adopt new habits and new ways of working with that technology. These early conversations allow you to create a collective perception about the benefits, the capabilities of the way it will integrate into your organization. And that directly influences their willingness and capability to adopt that new technology. It also gives you insight into their readiness and helps you build the commitment that will be needed to move forward and get that return on investment. The second action is to shift your focus from just training to learning. You may be thinking, well, that's just semantics, but it's not. Training and learning are different. Learning is more inclusive and it requires the active participation of the people involved, your employees. Training can be mandated, but learning is always a choice. So when you shift your goal to learning and not just training, you can see how using the technology and getting its full value is less about it and more about the way your employees engage with it and do their work using the technology. And therefore you focus on helping them get comfortable, confident with the new work habits that takes full advantage of that technology. Instead of training being your goal, it becomes one step in the learning process. The learning pathway becomes preparation, knowledge building, training, reinforcement of that learning, and then adoption. Action number 3, focus on the process and then the technology. The value of any technology is not the technology itself. It's the way it's used. So focus less on the technology and more on the processes that will enable people to develop the new habits, the new ways of working that's going to take full advantage of that technology. Think about it like a new piece of exercise equipment. It's not that equipment that's going to give you those abs of steel. It's the process and habits you develop to use that equipment. And if you don't change your routine and use that exercise equipment, it's more likely to become just another place to store your laundry. Actively involve the people who will use the technology to help you design, plan, and integrate those new processes so they're able to blend and work that technology to its fullest advantage. When you make the time and integrate the human elements into your technology planning, you reduce your risk and you increase your return on your investment. Focus on people. Focus on your people using the technology, and that will give you a greater return on your technology investment. It will also help you develop people who aren't afraid to invest in new areas and new ways of working. Learn more about how you can use science-based evidence to prepare your team for the changes you need to make at thinktransition.com and by subscribing to Turner Change Management on YouTube. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.